All right, here we are, guys, back again. Episode 21 of the HYPEWORKS podcast. It's been a few months since we did our last one. Just a quick reminder, I'm Alex, and my co-host here is Jake. And we have a guest today from Italy. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir? I haven't met you before.
Hi Alex, thanks for having me. I'm Omega, known as Crypto Omega. My name is Giovanni. I'm from Italy. Live a bit in Italy, a bit in Dubai and Bangkok in Thailand. I'm a crypto trader investor since 2017, and I run the Crypto Omega page on Instagram. And that's it. In crypto since 2017, 7 years, long time. And nothing much. I have a background in finance. I graduated in finance, I think two years ago, 2 years and a half ago. I graduated in finance. Didn't help. A lot of people ask me if it helped, so I'll answer right away to this question. If it helped with crypto, and no, it was like kind of self-study thing and losing a lot of money along the way. Yeah, that's it.
Which school was that, man? Which city?
In university in Venice, it's called Ca' Foscari.
All
It
right,
was
cool.
a 3 years course in finance.
Cool.
I hated it, man.
Nah, uni's fun because you get parties. Come on.
Yeah.
Parties.
There's fun stuff, like bad stuff. Yeah, mix.
Jake used to talk to me about his club nights.
Club nights, yeah.
Yeah.
Still love it. Low key, still love it.
True.
Been to a few
True.
recently. Not often though. I got back into it recently, but love it. Still love it. You'll have to come.
Yeah,
Alex.
heads up. Jake's gonna have to drive this combo because I've owned crypto. Like I've done a little bit in bits and pieces, but I'm not a crypto expert by any means. So yeah, looking forward to kind of learning kind of what you're up to and like kind of what's the latest trends. Jake fires me like DMs with like all the latest stuff that's going on, and that's like Google half of it.
Do you really have to Google half of it?
Yeah, I do. Okay. So what's
it's funny because
on,
I've been wondering recently, like I just Googled prior to this conversation, how many users use MetaMask, how many MetaMask users. I know that there's a potential for people to have lots of addresses, but what do you think the number is? Let's have a guess.
Not that high. I think maybe 15, 20 million.
Yeah, not far off.
Real people.
30 million.
Not far off.
Yeah.
30 million.
30.
Yeah.
If you count that, like there are a lot of airdrop hunters that have like 20, 50 wallets. I think number is probably like 15, 20, yes.
Maybe, but here's the thing, like the real situation is that how quickly is this technology proliferating? We're in this era of this like new bull market, okay, as you know, and this technology is being adopted, right? So I'm curious about how many more people, because from what I can tell, a lot of the people that were invested in the last bull run 3 years ago, or was it, sorry, 4 years ago, are not in this one. So how much more potentiality is there left in this run? I think there's loads.
I think yes. The thing is, every bull run, there are some people that decide to stay, and those are the people that actually make it, and some people decide to quit because they got burned really hard because they had through their whole entire bear market. Funny story, I had a guy that first kind of introduced me to crypto. We can say I knew crypto, but I thought it was like, a fad. It was passing by. And in 2017, I had a chat with him, and he invested loads of money because, I had money invested in, it was 2017 ICO, like some crazy runs. So you can, like kind of now, you could have invested in any coin and make money. Okay. So he made a ton, then held through bear market, got absolutely wrecked. And I met him again in 2020, 21. And he said, "Oh, do you still own crypto?" No, crypto is a scam because it got burned in 2017. So of course there are people that stay, people that quit, and yeah, it depends. But I think there's loads of people coming. And what's funny, I talked about this, I think last week on the newsletter and on Instagram. that if you go and see Google Trends, that's not even close to the peak of 2020-21. Like retail that are in crypto right now are majority are from 2017 and 2020 bull run, but there are still loads of people that have to come and join the race.
That's what I'm saying. So, what's your predictions it's going to last this time? I don't know. I think this is like the question we should say for the end, but do you think, are you speculating across
So
months?
yeah, I will answer this right away. The thing is, thing accelerated pretty fast. It all kind of the big question was it will we do BTC will do an all-time high before or after halving? That changed everything. A lot of people say it's not didn't change much, but it changed everything because usually we had the peak later on, not before the halving. This changed a lot. This run is accelerated. A lot of people thought that it would have ended 2025, but in reality, I think it's going to end 2024, end of 2024, December, January 2025 max. That's the cycle accelerated. So the gains will accelerate and it will be much shorter this time.
What's like driving this time? Like, what's
the big difference we have now is the ETF. Bitcoin ETF definitely accelerated a lot of stuff. There are big banks in Wall Street now into this thing, and for now they're just in BTC. But surely we have the playbook. There was a tweet. The SEC delayed the Ethereum ETF application. And if you go and see, that's exactly what happened with the BTC. We have the same playbook. So Ethereum will have an ETF, I think, by this year. And as I've said on Instagram and on my socials, I think there will be two alt season. One is now. When BTC cools down, I'll start taking off. One is now, and one it will not be this big. You know, it will be big for quite some people, but it's nothing compared to the second one that I think is going to happen once the Ethereum ETF will be approved. And Ethereum, I think that's not crazy number prediction. I see Ethereum, if there is an ETF this year, ranging from 10, 15K Ethereum is quite possible. And if that happens, altcoins will like skyrocket like a lot. This run will. The thing is, like 2017 run was big because nobody saw it. Yeah. Like nobody thought it would have been this big. 2020 was 3-4 times bigger. This run will be same compared to the 2020 in 2017 as big. You know, like 3 times bigger than in 2020. Loads and loads of more money coming in this time.
But sorry, this is going to sound really lame if I haven't caught up, but were the retail banks not like stopping people like moving their money, like HSBC or whoever? Were they not stopping people moving money into?
Yeah. Banks were stopping, not just US bank, any bank. When I was in Italy before moving to Dubai and I had to buy crypto, my transaction got declined. I had to do like crazy stuff to buy crypto, converting fiat to crypto with my bank, because transaction every time I had problems. And in reality, if you go and see all these Binance FUD, Tether FUD, BTC, JP Morgan say BTC is a scam, don't buy it, etc. In reality, they were accumulating and they were suppressing the price to keep it low. And that's my few 2 cents about it. They were like keeping the price low. They were accumulating a lot during the bear market, and now they knew the ETF eventually would have passed, and now they are chilling in a lot of gains.
Is it okay for like Wise, Jake? I know you're a big Wise kind of user. Does it all work there? Or?
What do you mean? I don't swap
like
crypto
moving money into like crypto.
Dude, are you trying to get me flagged here?
I don't know. I'm curious.
I mean, look, like there's different ways to invest in it, right? You can invest on the exchange. I mean, I know that this is 101. I could leave it up to the master over here, but it's like I think a lot of people generally aren't really even aware of like the fundamentals within the ecosystem, such as like what is an exchange, like what they should potentially use MetaMask for to swap in decentralized exchanges. You know, even how to get money from certain exchanges that are more regulated. I'm not even sure if you can take it off Robinhood, to be honest, because I don't use it, but I'm sure that you probably can. So even the traditional exchanges now offer ways to get cryptocurrency off. But to do that, you'll also get KYC'd very quickly these days. And I think that's also changed a lot. The regulations started to creep in a lot more recently as well.
True.
So anyway, I hope that answers your question, Alex.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. What's your kind of goal, man? Like in terms of like, do you want to be like a trader, or do you want to build like a software business, or like what's your kind of like ambition like with crypto? Because
So
obviously I don't know your background.
okay, so I'm doing crypto, and on the side I was also running a marketing agency, a Web3 marketing agency. The
All right.
thing is, I stopped it completely this year to fully focused on crypto because that's where the money are at the moment. So
Uh-huh.
I'm focusing 100% of my time there. The thing is, eventually, you want to diversify. I've been 7 years in this space, and each run is bigger, but this one will probably be one of the last run compared to the money you can make, because the higher we go, the less will be the returns, the more will be the regulations. At least that's what I think. And eventually, if you make money with crypto, people that make money with crypto, eventually the next step is real estate. They just park money there, and they either do short-term rentals, or they just, the easiest way to like park money, make some passive income there, and that basically create the crypto are the little printing money machine, and then they create this big money machine with real estate.
So is it fair to say like the big business building days of like the SBF and the ZZ, like you can't build a big exchange now? Is that fair? Or
I mean, yes, you can, but the thing is, with exchanges regulations, it's really hard now to build. First, I think the barrier of entries now are pretty high. Okay, so there are still big exchanges. Like a new exchange I saw is WOO. It's growing quite a lot now. BingX also is another exchange from Singapore, regulated, very nice, and basically the main exchanges are using it. There are some new exchanges also, but yeah, building one now after what happened with Binance, because Binance basically had the monopoly on crypto. They tried to like knock it down, failed. But yeah, it's pretty hard now to regulatory issue are like a big headache,
yeah, cool.
especially after FTX.
Yeah. No, I read ZZ. He can't actually leave the US. He's stuck there. He
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. US is
Yeah.
always creating problems with crypto. I don't know why. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so I think we've got the future story there. We know that there's a move into real estate potentially, but I think we have to go back now, Alex, and like dig Giovanni. Let's go back to the story about meeting the crypto guy that sort of gave you the lead in. Like, where did that lead to, and what was your timeline to get to Dubai?
So I never thought about like actually moving to Dubai. It was like a big dream, you know. But then the thing is, I started looking around, I saw like, especially on crypto Twitter, there are a lot of profiles, and I think a big tip is like the less follower a profile has, and they drop like a lot of alphas. There are these small accounts on Twitter that literally post a lot of advices and content, and that is worth following. So Twitter is X is the place to go for crypto, and the entire community is there. And so I was in a lot of crypto communities, and I saw people giving tips where to move, what to do, etc. So the main issue why I moved is essentially the lack of regulations on how to basically declare how much you make, how much taxes you gotta pay, etc., etc. So I switched, I think, 5 accountants because low key, it's okay. I would have paid my taxes here in Italy and stay in Italy, but 4 or 5 accounts, I had no clue what I was doing, the swaps, the NFTs, the lending, everything, staking, etc., etc. So then I started talking with some friends that were already in Dubai, and a video on YouTube popped out about an Italian influencer that moved to Dubai on a freelance visa, and I basically did the exact same thing. And the thing is, when you have countries like the UAE, for instance, that is so open to this thing, you can buy houses, watches, anything, you name it, with crypto. They will inevitably win. That's why I think US is a great country, but in this race, in this fight, they will lose if they keep on doing this. That's why a lot of people are going to the UAE. It's easier and they don't give you problems essentially. And plus, of course, it's 0% tax, so that's a big plus.
I've seen a lot of people on Twitter. They've done these little videos of them going to Dubai, and it's like all you got to do is like a health check and sign some paperwork. It's pretty straightforward.
It's pretty easy. I think if you start remotely, you start maybe 1 month before you go there, 2 weeks, everything is done, residency, you have all the paperwork ready to go. Bank accounts
They
open.
should tell that to Thailand, right? Tell that to the Thai guys.
Yeah. Thailand is the exact opposite, but yeah.
Jake's the expert in Thai.
I think like the good thing about being in that's not just Dubai, but being in a good country that doesn't give you a headache, it doesn't penalize you for making money, is the thing is you make $1, you shoot $1 in your bank account, no question asked, you're good. Yeah. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and why not Singapore? Like a lot of people in this part of the world, they say like Singapore's.
There are some crypto guys in Singapore. I think main issue about Singapore, I don't know much. I informed myself about Singapore, Malta, Portugal, Dubai, some countries before doing this decision. The thing about Singapore, compared to some years ago, the barriers of entry now are pretty high. Like the visa costs are like quite significantly more. So that I think that's why a lot of people don't choose Singapore.
Yeah, me and Jake, we were down there. Was it a year ago? A year and a half ago? No, yeah.
Nearly a year ago to the day, right?
Yeah, it's getting expensive.
So what was the time horizon on that, Giovanni? That you've okay, were you graduated from university when you first got put onto Dubai, or did you just
So the thing is, I had in 2017 I started investing, but of course I was 18 years old, so I had no money. So basically I was starting out the university, and I found a job as a sales assistant. So essentially I was working in a store, I won't say the name brand, but it essentially was selling clothes. And I hated the job completely, but I did it because it was the only way, part-time, 20 hours per week, to essentially take the entire paycheck and invest in crypto, because thank God I was living with my parents, so I had no expenses. So for essentially 3-4 years, I had no life. Like I was not going out, so I was not going out, man, because I was waiting for my paycheck to boom, push it on Coinbase, and then over to Binance and buy crypto and hodl, because I was not trading, more like an investor. And then the thing is, I learned the hard way because I had no clue what a market cycle is. I had no clue how to invest, etc., etc. So I got absolutely wrecked in my first run. And one big thing, I saw a tweet about this. In the first run, you get wrecked. In the second, you learn. In the third one, you make money. So in the second one, in 2020, I made a bit of money, and I chose to like quit my job and move to Dubai. And in this run, I think it would be pretty good.
On to the next move, the houses, right? After this one.
Yeah, after this, hopefully, yes.
And how long did you live in Dubai?
I moved there, I think now I just renewed this year my second year, I think, second year, like 2 years ago. Not a long time ago.
But where do you spend most of your time now?
Now, to be honest, I like to spend the summer in Italy because the family is there, etc., etc. But you know it, Jake. I love Thailand, so majority of the time I'm in Bangkok.
Okay, cool. It's a cool place.
Yeah, it's a cool place. Very cool place.
Okay. McGregor, have you got any final questions? We're coming up to the golden last 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. So what I was going to say was like, what do you think about like crypto and Web3 now that everyone's talking about AI? Because it feels to me that if you're not doing AI or if you've not got AI in
Yeah,
your kind of
that's
business,
great. That's
then
great.
you're not worth anyone's time.
The
How do
thing
you
is,
think it's going to affect the crypto business?
the thing is, with after the ChatGPT era, like, how long has been ChatGPT out for? 1 year?
It's
1 year,
we were talking about
more or
this the
less.
other day, Jake. Right? It feels like it was a long time ago, but it hasn't been that long.
Right? It's not
Yeah.
that long. But now we're getting used to a lot of AI tools. And the thing is, there is these AI trends. So essentially, there are a lot of projects that rebranded themselves and put AI on the ticker, and
Right.
they exploded.
Right.
Even though if you actually go look at some of those projects, they have no AI built in at all, like
Hmm.
nothing. Or it's just a concept, you know. So a lot of
Yeah.
crypto projects, they have a huge white paper saying a lot of promises, but in reality, it's somewhat of a
Yeah.
startup. You know, there is nothing there,
I mean,
and yeah,
yeah. I'll give you an
they are
example. Like
marching a lot of.
I opened an OpenSea account, and
Yeah.
my friend, actually our mutual friend, he's an artist from Ecuador, and he did some artwork, and I bought the artwork
Oh,
for 1 ETH, and
1 ETH.
1 ETH, and basically now in my head I'm like, is this worthless? Because like text to image, like AI, like anyone
Yeah.
can just make art and then make an NFT, like mint an NFT. Like, is
Especially
this
now it's so much easier. Like there are a lot of NFTs artists that just use AI. So they
right?
use like generative art with AI
Yeah.
and they make a lot of money with NFTs. Then it depends. It's all on the perceived value of the thing. But if you actually, I'm not a big NFT guy. I respect some projects, but I think, you know, try to resell it for 1 ETH. Depends,
Yeah.
on the overall trend of the artist, if he's perceived as an artist or, it's not like just buying a token and sell it. It's a very
Yeah.
much liquid market if you have a token and trading a token. NFTs, I don't know, depends on the trends.
And the other thing as
It's,
well is like
it's true, yeah.
Discord like was the place that people used to build these communities of enthusiasts. It feels like Discord's pretty tired now, and like no one really kind of is excited about it anymore. And then now you've got all these bots, like AI bots. So
Yeah, true.
what about my other question was, what about like community building? Like you've got a big community. Like how do you do
Yeah.
that now in the age of AI? Like when you can just
To
generate
be
tons of
honest,
fake
if I had
fans
to
and stuff.
start over again, I have no clue how to build a community because it happened. It happened. It started as a hobby. I just started posting about crypto and
Yeah.
slowly kind of built up the page. But like right now, there are a lot of AI tools, and to be honest, I don't use them, even though I should.
Hmm.
But like, if I had to start over again, I have no clue. Like, probably I would not reach the level of followers I have now.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I,
Yeah.
I think you're sorry. I've got a question here. I've got a few lined up because we're on the topic of AI, but we haven't even touched on render. So I think we should talk a
Render,
little bit
yeah.
about render. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some projects like Render that are
So hold on,
really.
guys. Sorry. What's render? This is a
What's Render
noob question.
basically is like GPU kind of. You can rent out GPUs since there is a shortage of GPU, and now there is
All right.
also
Okay.
the NVIDIA conference 18-21 of March, and Render CEO and the NVIDIA CEO are there. I just saw the picture about these two guys together. There are some like talkings about the two potentially collaborating together, and of course the crypto surgeon price, and it went up a lot. It's definitely a market leader in the AI GPU kind of. It's the Nvidia of crypto, we can say it like that.
Right. Okay.
But that's like an example of actually a project that is building up something. But if you compare it to a lot of other AI projects, they have nothing built on. It's just pure hype because they have
Hmm.
this AI in the ticker, and a lot of people are just speculating about it.
Uh, I've got one. Like for both of you, actually, if you had to stake all of your money in one coin or one token, what would it be?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of staking because the thing is, there is a big thing. I got burned pretty hard with like the old DeFi nodes kind of thing back in the last run. I blew a ton of money there. because there is this concept about especially crypto guys, and was younger, and they think you can basically farm money with nothing and without even like looking about it, like taking care of the thing you invested on. So there were these nodes, you just put money and they tweeted out a yield daily. And the big thing is, if you don't know where the yield is from, you are the yield. That's the big
Right.
phrase I saw one time, and it stuck to in my head. And so I'm not a big fan of staking, because there are some staking platforms that offer crazy returns, and you saw how it end up with FTX, Celsius, etc., etc. So I don't like to have my money stuck in a platform for like a 12% per year return, which for quite a lot of people, not crypto people, is a lot of money, but like it's
Is
not
very good,
worth
yeah.
it,
Have
especially
you
like
seen the?
during bear
Oh,
market
sorry.
times.
You've seen that MetaMask have started doing this, right?
Yeah. But the thing also MetaMask, a lot of people think is very decentralized, etc., etc. When the Russia-Ukraine war happened, they kind of cut out the Russian people, so it's not very decentralized. Also, MetaMask.
I mean,
What about you,
I
Jake?
view
What about...
MetaMask as basically like Visa or something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, again, from one perspective, right? We're really talking. You're asking what coin is it that you back the hardest, and I'm sorry, but my perspective on this whole thing, there's really, it's very hard to say, right? But I think that Bitcoin is the safest bet out of
Yeah,
every token because
that's absolutely. As I always say, Bitcoin is the dad of cryptos. Is the daddy. But if I had to bet low risk, I would go on Ethereum, not BTC, just for an
oh,
ROI and risk reward kind of
100%.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
I will go
Uh,
ETH.
uh, yeah, and coming back to what you said before, I think we've had this kind of discussion off cam, but I personally believe that ETH is going to outrun Bitcoin in a way that Bitcoin ran off in the last bull run, effectively. But that's just my opinion, mostly because I think that Ethereum offers a platform.
Yeah,
Like we've already built the sort of utility. I know that word gets thrown around a lot these days, but
yeah.
there's a built utility of Bitcoin. But I think Ethereum, it's about buy-in, really. So
True.
it's when the
What's
buy-in
the
happens.
future killer app for Ethereum? Like, is it like people paying their favorite creators, or that kind of thing?
I think it's more the fact that sorry, that's taking over here. What do you
No, no,
think,
go Jake, go
Giovanni?
Jake.
No,
Go.
I'll
no, no.
pass it to
I
the
didn't get the
to the master.
question.
So
The
like
killing app.
the killer app for ETH like would be what in the future? Like that would really drive the mainstream.
I think just the overall DeFi ecosystem is gonna take off eventually.
Right.
That's the big thing for Ethereum, not just NFTs, uh, DeFi, guys. DeFi is much, much, much undervalued, like crazy undervalued.
Completely agree. I mean, I don't even just think in the realms of finance though, because I think in terms of just like the technology in itself, just the smart contract in effect, I think
Yeah,
that
true.
just makes Ethereum so much more powerful. It's if Bitcoin's the daddy, it's like Ethereum. Ethereum's a different kind of beast though, because it's more like a technology
Yeah,
than it is like a store of value. That's the
yeah.
difference.
Ethereum is tech. We can look about it this way. Ethereum is pure
Mm.
tech.
Cool. Yeah, damn, I learned a lot there in half an hour.
Do you get it, Alex? I'm curious. Like,
Kinda. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna get back
I
in.
think
I'm
we need
gonna, I'm
to.
gonna.
No, I think we need to unpick for the audience though. Like, let's just say because Giovanni, you're probably most likely to appear in like tech, blockchain potential like spheres and podcasts. But Alex and I mostly have an audience of people that are involved in various aspects of business and marketing, right? So I
Yeah.
think if Alex is like the target audience of the podcast in some sense, like the people that this appeals to. Sorry, my background is in marketing. It's not that everybody's a target, but what would you like? How would you break that down for Alex to understand what Ethereum is, like in the most simple terms possible, from what it was created for to the smart contract to what it means today? Like explaining simple.
I mean, the easiest way to say is Ethereum is programmable money. That's the easiest way to say. It's a very simple concept that everything is built on Ethereum. Yes, there are some Solana maxes, but it's just because Solana also has a bright future, but everything is coming back to ETH eventually. Solana, Avalanche, all these other chains have their time, but then eventually people that make money on Solana, Avalanche, etc., FTM, etc., they all come back to ETH.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
I mean,
The thing is, if you go and see, in the past, we had a lot of Ethereum killers. I won't even name them because some project literally died, like EOS, etc. Every year you have these Ethereum killers.
Luna as well, right? Luna was a big one.
Yeah, we can say.
Yeah.
But the thing is, nobody can dethrone him. But that's for a fact that everything is already built on it, and for a fact of trust that people have in it, because it has been around for quite some time. So if a new change pops up, people don't put immediately the money there. Yeah, they start building on it, but they don't bet 100% on it, because like statistically speaking, a lot of those new chains died in like a few months.
True.
Yeah,
I
cool.
also think as well that Ethereum sort of, because it's like effectively open source and it's not like a particularly difficult language, to be involved in as well. It offers developers a lot of like easy access. From a friend, actually, a mutual friend of mine, Giovanni's, will tell you that programming on Solana is much more difficult than Ethereum. So the open source potentiality for developers in some ways is probably like how iOS is like super open and they have their big conference every year and the developers come to develop on iOS. In some way I could see Ethereum moving into a similar domain where it's like really like an open beginners market, not like hard, low barrier to entry to be involved in creating applications on Ethereum. So in that sense, outside of finance, I also think Ethereum is a safe bet for a technology.
Yeah, I got a question. I got a question for you guys. What's the best channel source to catch up on the latest crypto stuff these days? Like, is it Twitter? Is it a particular outlet?
So definitely X, Twitter, as a platform is the channel to go for crypto. But of course, then I think the big thing I want to say is you need to watch out from influencers, because I worked with a marketing agency in Web3. I know prices of influencers. They have no morals in shilling something and dump on you, and plus they get 10K for a tweet of a meme coin or something. They dump on you the meme coin, the founders dump on you. So they have no shame in dumping on the followers. So one big advice, depending, there are like on 100 profiles, 5 are legit, like you can trust. But the bigger the influencers, the bigger the more you need to like safely filter what they post, because is this a shill is a shill post but undisclosed shill, paid shill? So always ask you this question when you follow someone on X, because a lot of people are paid but they don't disclose it.
Alex, I know that we set a new time frame.
We've run over. Go for it. One more.
I know we've said it, but we've got to get there's some great questions to be asked here, and I think that it's people want to know. So you can pick the time horizon, Giovanni, like short term, long term, top 5 picks.
Top 5 picks. I think top 5 picks this round. So I think first thing first, gaming, DeFi, memes, AI. Those are 4 must-have in your portfolio. Memes, I hate everyone. We can talk about this. Memes are ruining blockchain, blah blah blah. Yes, I agree from a point, but of course there are also onboarding a lot of new retailers into the space. So it depends. I was so against memes, but then I saw the run they did in 2020, and of course I regretted not investing in some of them. So I put some play money on memes for sure, but for sure I would go AI, DeFi, and gaming. So for DeFi, I would go with DYDX. Is like a DeFi kind of platform exchange. For AI, I would go with Render. It's a market leader. Render also, we can talk about Tau, depending on your entry, went up quite a lot. So those are market leaders. And for gaming, I really like Illuvium, which is a gaming project got tanked pretty hard, but the game is insane. They're working now on some games. They're releasing something in Q2. I bought a big bag a couple of days ago, and the game is crazy graphics and tokenomics. What I see in a crypto before deciding is like tokenomics. Tokenomics are good and huge potential there. And I think I said 4, but with the fifth one, I need to go QNT. Even though it didn't move much, QNT is a big pick I had since $4 of last run, went up to $430. Now it's just sitting at $110, $120, and they're building a huge thing. So Quant Network is my Bitcoin in my portfolio.
What about
Cool. I'm
INJ?
gonna Google all those.
Sorry, I'm asking because I'm personally invested.
NG.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great project. I like it. But the thing is, one big thing is these new coins that come out. The thing is, old coins have a lot of bag holders. When they dump 90%, they have a lot of people that buy, of course, but a lot of people that kept holding since the top. So you have a lot of selling pressure on the way up. Plus, you don't know, like tokenomics wise, if there was like more inflation of token getting into like circulating supply. So all these new tokens tend to perform more in the bull run because they have less selling pressure and like more hype and new things coming up. Of course, in bull run, it's no lie, everything will pump. That's why everyone is a genius in the bull run, in the bull market. The market is in easy mode, so you just click a random coin, you make money. So that's the reality of it. But yeah, I think the ones that will perform the most are new coins.
There you have it. We're going to start getting some crypto followers. So cool. Yeah, thanks. Nice to meet you, man. That was a great rundown. And
thanks for having me, guys.
yeah, hopefully see you in Asia again at some point.
Yeah, for sure. Coming back to Bangkok really soon.
Cool.
We'll
Jake?
have to get him on again in the future, mate.
Yeah.
We'll have to do it again.
Yeah. Sure. Absolutely.
Right. Signing off. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.